Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be Mherex Redo Episode 10. Just logging in. I did log in over the weekend. I didn't play anything or do anything, but I wanted to keep my logins good. Oh, 350 Rizar, okay. So yeah, I've been claiming my daily Showdown stuff, the stamp card that doesn't do anything right now. So yeah, we have a 7 days in a row login now, so we get a lot bigger bonus potentially, which is going to be helpful. 450,000 coin, TP, and the health packs there. So we will take that. Let's see what it was of note over the weekend. Well, let's look at my roster because I went to the Showdown store and I picked up Papa Shango, and then I was able to get Ruthless Aggression John Cena for claim. And today's daily, there should be a claim here, which I believe is, yeah, Rocky Maivia. So we'll add him. And then let's go and check the Showdown store. And we have Dawkins, so let's add him to our roster. And just we'll keep adding them here early on. All right. So before we get into the league up tasks, I want to take a look at this Rey event that we have here. We of course left off, we recruited Rey, we leveled him up a little bit. Now we beat the normal mode of the Master 619. So let's get into that and do that, because this is your first tour, event tour thing. So let's go ahead and get that running. 619 should be easy enough to beat Taker, and then just kind of we did all these low charge moves on Rey. And there's also the talent portion of him, so let's just go ahead and level that up while we're at it. And get some of our dailies done. Choose one blue gem to destroy. Entourage, I don't know that we have anything super useful. We can use our black MP. 2 black MP to choose that 1 blue to destroy, so let's just do that. And then let's get rocking and rolling with Rey Mysterio, first contest. I'm feeling kind of sleepy, so let's crack a ultra blue Hawaiian monster. I rather like this sugar-free monster flavor. It's quite good. So this one, we're choosing an area to make into multiply gems. It's a 1x2. So like, if we want blue gems, there's a row break here. We might as well just do this and take the blue row break like so. And get a nice little cascade out of it. I don't think we've talked about multiply gems yet, so this will be a good opportunity to do that. Multiply gems are probably, I'd say probably the best special gem in the game. They scale, they scale better than other stuff. The way they work, they're very big damage. And it's like hitting multiple gems, but just the way the boosts work, they work better on multiply gems than other gems. If you really want to nerd out on it, Slim Numbers has a bunch of stuff, spreadsheets that'll explain all of it. He's worth checking out. Definitely recommend him if you're definitely into more really in-depth stuff, right? So, but multiply gems, basically you can see here we have 220 blue gem damage, and now we make it double. It's 440. So it's like breaking 2 gems. So this is like breaking, and it also moves your pin bar. So this will move your pin bar 2. This will move your pin bar another 2 for 4, and then when we swipe up, it'll move it 5, and then the 3 match will move it at least 8 notches. You can see we got a big cascade, so we moved it more than that. The nice thing about Rey is his low charge moves are going to be useful early on for us. So we can probably, he's another one that's good to work on potentially for us because the low charge once we tell we can get like charged faster, right? And what I mean by low charge move is the MP cost. 1 MP for that area. And then these other ones, he's got some really, really cheap cost moves. So we're definitely going to leverage that. So we're basically just tossing these on any blue spot we can. Just to get, it's his primary gem color, just to generate more damage. And you can see we're actually just like chugging through this tour like awesomely well. So that's nice. Now this move is kind of crazy, like for back in the day, like this was kind of nutty. Sadly we don't have any matches down here, so it's not that cool this second, right? So, but just the fact that you can put all those multiply gems out is really neat on the bottom row for fairly low cost. Back in the day it was something. It really was. So we can choose one blue gem to destroy. We're gonna go ahead and where do I want to put this? Should have done this after the fact, but that's fine. I'll just go here. We'll destroy our blue gem over here. And we just need to get enough swipes, and that one will do it to move on to the next one. So I think that's normal mode done with Rey. Then we can go check and see how we're doing on the event. It unlocks, since we 3-starred all of it, we have hard mode unlocked. Go check our event here. And we're going to get some of those. Alrighty. Excellent. And let's move right on our way to hard mode. You can see we're in first. We have no challengers. We are crushing it all, mainly because it's just us, I'm assuming. I think we'll just take the green. Nah, that refills our return. Let's take the purple since we can get 2 multiplies. We'll just do that. We could have taken the red as well. Maybe should have taken the red because he likes red. Potentially. So... what do we want to do? We'll do this green, I suppose. Actually, we're going to get that next turn for... Let's do this instead. Not next turn, but sooner. Not crazy about that. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. And destroy this, which fills that. Then we can pop this. And then we can hit that. Making things happen. So yeah, you can see multiply gems are going to be pretty useful in general, because it's a way of destroying a bunch more gems than the board has, right? So definitely can be useful. We got a row break here. We're certainly going to index that. Let's go ahead and do it right here, and then break that row, and this will easily no. Oh, I thought that would do it. A premature celebration there on my part. We may be replaying this one. We didn't have the best boards and such, and what have you, and so forth. Let's see. This does 2, 3, 4. Double is 8. Yeah, we're gonna need to do this. We're definitely not gonna 3-star this one. We could level Rey up, but I don't want to. We got close to 3-starring that one. That's a 2-star. We'll come back should we need, because we'll need to. Recover. You can see logging in and claiming the daily health packs over the weekend helped without playing. So now I'm up to 84. Definitely gonna be helpful. This is much better. This is we want to like we want to get blues. We want to make stuff happen. Like this is much better. We got blue and black match. That's what we want to see. You know, that's what we like to see. Got another blue match over here, so we'll just get multiplies everywhere, and then just let's just keep it rolling, you know? We're gonna just pop these right here. We're gonna take this blue match again. Like so. And just so we can keep hitting our stuff. And we're just, even though they're already all multiplies, we're just gonna go ahead and hit it again for the move damage. Destroy another blue gem here. We got that row break right here. That should work out for us, I think. That's a nice easy W. We'll take them like that anytime we can, you know? But yeah, so you're going to see in the future there's a lot of things that work off of multiply gems, trainers, coaches, skill plates, which we haven't really talked about. They just scale really nicely compared to anything else, any other kind of gem. So you will be seeing a lot of multiply gems, hopefully, in our future. Rey versus Eddie. All right, let's do it. Mania match here. We're taking that row break. Eddie was in his day one of the best because he's got a really low charge sub, and it's super annoying. Back in the day it was. Also, this board shuffle felt like it always connected at the most inconvenient time. Completely not relevant nowadays, Acro Eddie. That would be a great card to get a rework. I would love Acro Eddie to get a rework. That would be one of the cards I probably would like the most reworked, actually. Yeah, I'd say he was my best acro for a really long time on my main account. That's what we'll call that. Words are hard, you know? I really don't want him to get purples. Like, really. Bad things happen when Eddie gets going at this level. Maybe I will move the finisher in. Oh, I really dislike subs. I don't want to get in a sub loop gameplay. It's slow and not exciting. Not looking forward to this. Here we go. He's low enough that it probably won't be a big deal. Because it's just 2 turns. Have I mentioned when you get put in a sub, it drains your MP? So see how we were charged? Now we're down 1. And it's going to drain it here. Again, and we'll be down 2, and then we'll get our turn, and we'll be back down 2. I want to keep this if possible, but I don't see it, so... yeah. So yeah, that's how subs work. Pretty sure I've talked about it. It's going to be useful for us. But ideally long term, so short term we'll be using them a lot. Hopefully long term we don't have to. Oh, I don't like this a lot. Yeah. Here comes the board shuffle. And let's see if he shuffles into a purple match. Used to happen, or a blue. Yeah, I swear more often than not. Look at that. Eddie on his board shuffle just seems like he always hit. He was really annoying to play against. Oh. I'm just going to try and get some move damage out here. You can see we didn't 3-star this one either, so... taking Rey to silver would be the best thing to do. But it is resources that I'd rather not use. Submission again. Also, when you sub, you can see it doesn't move the pin meter. So you get closer to doing a pin. And this one is not, we were able to match it and break out of the sub right away. Thank you, AI. Appreciate that. And I think we can, yeah, we should get the W here. So there's that. But this, I think, is another 2-star win. Oh, first time reward, Austin 316. Let's go. He was reworked, so... You can see held mode is still locked till we 3-star it. So we will have to 3-star it. But let's grab our contest rewards. And we might be able to use Austin again. So we get a gold fuse if we beat the next one for Rey. So let's just go to our roster. Let's recruit these guys up. Let's recruit Austin. I'm curious. Excuse me. He was reworked. And he's quite good. And think 3-star, we get triple black. And we can really rock and roll. Oh yeah, this will work. Choose 1 to yellow. Black MP steel. Yeah, that's gonna, this is gonna be good. We're gonna enjoy this very much. He's got a bleed that will beat everybody. It's 108,000 at this level. The sub is big at this level. The rework, Butamus rework. So, yes, sir. That we will be using the heck out of him now, for sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. I should save my TP. We're gonna level him up though. just cause I feel like it. All right. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. Let's take a look at Rey. We should have... we're one shoe short of leveling him. So we can try and 3-star it with Rey for the contest. We could also do... change to his finisher, because that destroy wasn't doing super great. We could go to his finisher, and then there's one other thing we can do. So we have Papa Shango here on our roster, which disappeared for some reason. Down here. Game bugs out like this every once in a while. Let's reload it. Because Papa Shango increases your character's health. And early on, trying to 3-star nodes when you have a lower health character like we do, that can be quite helpful. We can also take a look-see at our league tasks and come back to Rey. If we get some tokens of that level, it looks like no. But we can also check our dailies and see what token flavor, Smackdown Live. Look at that. We should have shoes. So, we can just use Rey here, get to those shoes. Oh, let's see if we have the... Let's just recruit these guys. So, we'll get Shango recruited. We can take a look at their training abilities and stuff. Again, I just grabbed him from the Showdown store. That's going to be a good resource for adding new characters to our roster. So 160. Oh, wow. When did this happen? I don't remember them having him have yellow gem generate. So that's a surprise to me. That's awesome. He's going to be very useful, but you can see he adds more health, not a lot at these levels, but 3,500 at 1K. And we have some coins, so let's just go ahead and take advantage. That's a lot. Let's not go that far. Let's go to level 20. And then move-wise, I have a lot of black TP. Let's go here. 991. And what's that do for us? Create 2 more yellow gems and 3,500 more health. So that'll be super useful, actually. Big John Stud, do we cover him? He generates red gems and 1 more yellow MP at 9K. What else did we get? We added, I think those are the ones. So let's pull Dawkins out. He's flat gem damage, which is also really big for us early on. Later on, you don't use these as much, but early on, these are very helpful. I think he's purple? Yeah. Oh, no, he's purple generate. It used to be Daniel Bryan, but they added him. So, purple gem generation trainer. That's great. I don't remember what Rocky Maivia does. I want to say it's a mobile gem damage, but we'll take a look. He is 3-star silver, so that's kind of nice because extra base gem damage over our smaller guys. So that's definitely useful. Yeah, mobile gems do more damage for him, and Ruthless Aggression Cena has a bunch of different abilities on his trainer, so we'll definitely take a look. I'll miss this Vegas WrestleMania background when it's gone. It's been really fun. So red moves that deal damage, up to 45%, 50% here, and then purples here, and then finally take less damage from blue moves, 30% purple move damage, and 50% red move damage at 16K. So, all right, now that we got that stuff done, let's go put Papa Shango on Rey here, just for the health. So he'll have 3,500 more health. when he gets in the match. So career Smackdown Live. Let's get those. We'll take Rey to silver. We'll beat Rey's tour, and then we'll go from there. Nice spot for those gems. Pop. There we go. All right. I'm interested to see if they do anything other than the fuse at the end of the contest, because this is your first one. If they do anything special, or if it's like exactly like a normal one. Just make sure. Yeah, this is the right node. Cool. And then we'll take Rey up, go back, 3-star those nodes, and get to hell, so you guys can see how to get through hell with them. That Austin fuse is gonna come in super duper clutch. Ooh, 5 match. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I love it. I love it. Oh, he kicked out. Oh, man. It's because he's got the demon gimmick going on. That's why he kicked out. 100%. We're going to take the row break, though, and finish him. Also, like, as we're going through this, please keep leaving your comments and on what you want to see, what you're thinking. I feel like I'm gonna get lots of comments after the fact. A lot of normal champions videos. You have like a short window where they're kind of like extra relevant, and then after that, people don't watch them a bunch. I feel like this is kind of opposite, where over time they'll get a lot more people watching them. So whenever you see this, whenever you're watching it, try and comment on it, and let me know what you think. You know, what you want to see, maybe struggles you're facing in the game, etc. I will try to answer them as best I can, for sure. Yeah, we get a little more health, a little more gem damage. Not amazing, but should be enough to make it easier, for sure, to 3-star that. Does this go to, if this goes to 2, I would do that, but does this go up at all? No. Nope. And this one, very minimal, not enough that it'll matter, in my opinion. So we'll just rock it this way. All right. Back in we go. That's a stipulation tour you're seeing there. That is something, unfortunately, we're going to have to do later. And I say unfortunately because there's going to be a lot of growing pains there, but it's going to be necessary. It is not fun, but you can't afford not to do it, unfortunately. So yeah, there's that. I kind of want to take this green match because I can get 2, but the blue's more important, so we're going to do that. Really? Game? Really? Come on, man. Urgh. Don't you know, game? I just want a 3-star. I just want a 3-star. And Taker's gonna start doing his Taker stuff. And this is gonna take a minute. We might be fine. I don't want to say should. Because I'll jinx myself for sure. Yeah, and of course, he'll probably not cascade this one and get like 1 away on the pin bar from the finisher or something. No, he did. All right. Okay, calm down. I think we still got the 3-star, so it's not a big deal. And we have easily enough. Finisher's gonna win it. We don't need to hit anything else. So that has a bonus damage mechanic. I don't know if I talked about that. For every multiply gem that's on the board, it does an extra 260 damage. So we had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Would have done another 2,600 damage with those 10 on the board. Definitely, I will talk to you guys about that in 1 second, right? Because I think that's worth talking about. So let's get back, and now we got to get 3-star on Eddie, and then we can move on to the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and recover just to increase our chances here. Definitely. Nice row break. We will certainly be taking that. Using that to our advantage. There's that purple match hanging out right there. Knew it was gonna come. It's fine. It's fine. And let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do that. Because we should get reloaded for that if he breaks any of them, and then I'll show you on his finisher. Alright. Perfect. He did break one, so let's just go ahead. Let's put these down here. So 2 rows. This is going to be 14 multiply gems, right? And then we are going to put 2 more out for 16 multiply gems. And then we have 1 there for 17. So that's 17 multiply gems. And if you look at the finisher, it does 2,967 and then 260 multiply gems. But we have 260 damage, bonus damage for every multiply gem. Words are hard. So we take 260 times the 17 multiply gems, and that's actually 4,420 damage, plus the 2,967 damage. So this finisher actually right now will hit for 7,387 damage, which is more than enough to put Eddie down. Like so. Bonus damage is pretty cool. And bonus damage like that, in a lot of cases, not this case, you can get unblockable bonus damage. Like, so that won't really mean anything to you now because we haven't used straps and metals and stuff that nerfs your damage. So really that isn't necessarily super important or something you're going to understand right now. But just know that later on, some of those bonus damages are going to can be very important. As it's a way to play where you don't have to worry about as much stuff that your opponents have, so it can save a lot of time. The less stuff you have to worry about or check, the faster you can go, right? Less time navigating menus and setting up. So that can be very, very helpful and advantageous. So now we can work towards this and completing our very first event, maxing it out, as it were. You definitely are not going to always max out events. In fact, get used to not maxing events later on. So enjoy it at this level while you can. Later on, most events are only maxed out by spending. So just mentally prepare yourself for that. You don't want to get in the mindset that you're going to max every event. What I do is I have what I call my max, right? when an event comes out, I kind of look at it, what's required, what do I have, what don't I have, and then figure out where I should be able to get. And that's what I call my max. And that's the event that I play or go for. It keeps it way less frustrating than looking at targets that that you just can't hit, right? So that's one thing I've learned that's helped me. You don't need to do that, of course. But yeah, you can have you can get yourself into trouble chasing event milestones and maxing. So I kind of like to plan out a little bit ahead of time where I should be, where I can get, and then just kind of, because we all like hitting goals, right? It's part of human nature, and that's what gacha games really count on. If you're not familiar with the term, it's GACHA, gotcha. It's like it's based on like originally Japanese vending machines, like where you it's like gambling or lottery in the sense that, you know, you try and get these things. In our case, it's the superstars, right, or their equipment and things like that. So, but you can actually Google it, look it up. Look up its origins and where it comes from. But it's basically how the majority of mobile games that are free to play monetize, right? So it's definitely a thing. We're not getting our blue gems, which is also not ideal. But it's good to be aware of it, because gacha games tend to drive you on FOMO and milestones and completing things, and it's good to know what they're trying to do so you can maybe make smarter choices based on what's the word I'm looking for? Rational, I guess, or non-emotional decisions. It's really hard when you get into something and you're playing it a bunch. You're like, man, I want to keep going. I want to hit these milestones, and I'm guilty of this in plenty of things. And then you're like, well, crap, man, I can just do this, and then I can get farther, right? And it's really easy to do that. And it's fine if you want to, of course. But just make sure you're doing it responsibly. All right. We don't need to 3-star these matches, thankfully. We just need to win. This was a struggle because we had a hard time getting our blue matches going, so it just took a little while, unfortunately. And we have enough gems that we don't need to hit the other move to win with the finisher, because we're getting that boosted damage. So we'll just go ahead and do it there, hit it. All right, we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. But this little side journey, this little sojourn, if you will, completely worth it just to get Striker Austin. So he's going to be super useful for you and for us in this video series, because he was recently reworked, very strong, and he can do a lot of stuff later on as well. So we'll be using him and Cena a bunch, I think. We're going to recover this for sure. Also, we get to see our first event and how it goes in action, which is cool. I was hoping to have the MLC unlocked because we hit League 5, but it doesn't look like it is. Maybe we have to finish this. Maybe it will next week then. I don't know. MLC is month-long contest. That's what that stands for. You're going to hear that a lot if you keep playing this game. It's a lot of the game is centered around the MLC, what goes on during the month, the superstars that release, the theme. Like this month has been WrestleMania. We get the special background for WrestleMania. A lot of really good offers, a lot of really good giveaways. It's just generally a very, very good month to be a Champions player. Generally, not always, not every year, but it's typically one of those things that people, including myself, look forward to in the game. Speaking of the game, that's who we're fighting. That's a segue. Super smooth, right? Ideally, we just keep taking those blue matches, but, you know, we're not getting them. This game I don't think has ever been reworked. He could certainly use one. Not a very good superstar in the game. We do have a lot of good Triple H's, but That is not one of them. Actually, at this point, do we really have good Triple H's, though? I don't think we actually do. The best one is Hall of Fame that just got reworked. We could probably use a new spicy meatball, really good Triple H. We definitely taking those blues. Oh, that's a beautiful cascade. Not mad about that in any way, shape, or form. Now we just need to get to our turn, and this should be a W, if we can get to our turn. Boy, that worked out okay for him. Yikes. Also class advantage, Powerhouse versus Acrobat, so they hit 25% harder. So there's that. And swipey swipe. We kicked out, so we're good. We're just going to go ahead and pop this and hit that finisher so we can get the W. Sorry, I had a Discord message I had to respond to there about my stream tonight on the Champs channel. So I apologize for the dead air. I try not to do that. That's bad. So last match against Eddie. He's got the talent advantage on us, so he's also low charge, so this could be a struggle. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we get our matches and he doesn't get his. That's what we're going to hope for. Not a blue match, but that works. All right. I kind of want to take this yellow match, guys. Because it's going to set up this big green break here for the damage. I do feel like that's a mistake, though. But when I take this, that's going to drop this yellow here and leave him a wild card. This is a really bad position to be in. You know what? Whatever. We'll just do this. We'll take the yellow, blue, and we'll do it that way. Yeah. Let's hope he takes this row break to kick out and doesn't leave himself the purple row break. Good, good. All right, we're good. That worked out all right, I think. He's gonna... Yeah. We're gonna eat the sub. It's fine. Everything's fine. I am going to leave this move. No, I'm gonna hit it because we can put it there, swipe there, get the match. Hopefully a sub still only lasts 2 turns. And we'll take this 3 match. We got to do some damage though because he's got a lot of health. So yeah, definitely, definitely. Oops. Now we're going to eat the sub. Hopefully, if we're really lucky, he'll do the shuffle first, so it's not held in reverse. We're not really lucky. Don't be 3 turns. It's 3 turns. We are going to try and leave this blue match so we can come out of it with a blue match and get to our finisher. That's going to be our goal, and hopefully the game doesn't say no. It looks like we're fine for that, so that's good. And we should be able to get back to business here. And Eddie's board shuffle may actually work to our advantage if he shuffles our multiplies up. so that we can then place them on the bottom and have more multiply gems and do some damage. And now he's going to hit his frog splash, though. I don't know how hard this is going to hit. This is not a gimme match for sure. Oh, sugar plums. It's fine. Just make sure we kick out. Ooh. Oh, that wild card there. We are 100%. Don't have enough damage to win. 100%. So let's grab this wild card. Oh, look at that. That worked out. Now, it's gonna be close. I think. Do we go for it? Or do I take this blue? I think we take this blue. Yeah. I think that was the right play. I think. This game. You see, he had one color. Oh, he didn't use a sub. Where's this game? So. Yeah. He had one color turn gem. I don't know if you saw that. And it turned the color to give him the match at the start. One in, I don't know, 7. There's 7 gems, 6 gems, 1 in 6 chance. And then, of course, cascaded into the pin, moving it the whole way there. That's fun. That is fun. All right. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Actually, let me see. We didn't, talent-wise, we're close. I think we can get the gold fuse without beating it, and then we can use the fuse, and it'll make it easier. Because we have room to talent him up some. Maybe? 88? Possibly? Aha! So, there we go. We can claim the final reward. And we have the fuse. And we're going to be rank 1, us against no one. And so we've completed that tour. And, or that bonus, but let's use the fuse and then see if we can finish the tour. And we'll call that a video. Completing our first contest. Fuse up to gold. Let's do it. Should have looked at that first, maybe. Kind of a tactical error on my part, I suppose. But you know. Make sure these don't go to 3. Oh, we don't have the currency anyway. It's fine. You can see much bigger damage, so let's try this again. Take 2. Perfect. That's what we want to see right here. Let's go. Butamus. It's a good start. Him taking green is good. Ooh. That purple row break though. But my blues. But that purple row break. But my blues. We're gonna... We do have to get a lot of damage out of him. So... Let's just do this. Should have went the top one and left it on a blue, but that's fine. I'm not unhappy with... Okay. Now I'm slightly unhappy with that. Ah, it's fine, I think. So many times, like, you think you're making the right play and it just ends up being like, maybe not. Maybe that wasn't the right play. Board shuffle. Hopefully not into a purple match. You can see, like, he always hits, like, almost always on his board shuffle. And there's this purple match, so... yeah. Eddie is just Eddie. So we're gonna count, though. We're gonna count, see how many multiply gems we have, see if we can do this. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17. We can have 19 at 321 each. I don't think this is anywhere near enough. 19 times 321 is 6,099 plus the 3,665 is 9,764. He'll kick out easily. But so what we're gonna do is try and get, we're gonna eat a sub, which is not gonna be fun. We're just gonna get some multiply gems on the board, try and get more damage out, and hit this finisher, hopefully coming out of the sub. After we, hopefully we can load that, is what I'm trying to say. The blues right here, ideally. Okay. Like that. Okay. We should survive the finisher this time, because we have more health. And we're going to definitely take that row break, because we want to kick out. Okay. Now we're in a position where we should have this. So, let's do it. I'm going to get rid of this color turn gem. I'm not getting burned by it again. You can cover them up with your gems. So we're going to choose our multiply. The multiply will overwrite the color turn. Now we're going to hit our finisher, and we should be right in the wheelhouse of winning. I think we're just going to zero him. And we have completed episode 10. Almost. 419 left. Let me make sure he doesn't kick out. Yeah, so we've completed episode 10, our first contest, and the Eddie tour there. So, yeah, not bad. I think that's a pretty good stopping point, since that took 53 minutes, much longer than I thought. So, yeah, episode 10, Master of the 619 is in the books. Let's claim these league rewards here. I can't remember if I looked at the bonus, in the loot for the silver manager. So let's take a look at that real quick. I think they're gold. And yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we did. We're just going to wait still. We're going to wait on this one still. We're up to 10 pulls of that now. Hopefully the first time we hit it, it's good fun. So other than that, we got a win 10 Dead Man's Daily, Women's Evolution, European Tour Paris, and then Showdown victories. Let's check Showdown real quick. That's not Showdown. And get some of those Showdown wins in, because that resets the energy actually in 56 minutes. And might as well get that banged out if we can. So what we're going to do is 2-star, 2-star. We're going to take the 2-star bronzes. And Cena, as you remember, we have a debuff, and this is really unfortunate that the debuff thing is there. So we're just going to go with Austin. And Let's just do this so we don't have a debuff. And then with Austin, his moves are max there. Entourage, we are going to use Woods for the black MP, since those are his big moves. This is 1 MP, so if they have black MP, we can steal it every turn. Finn might. Yeah, he does. So this is kind of perfect. I'm going to show you MP. What? I still have a debuff. All right. You're too high. You're not. That debuff thing is super annoying at a low tier. I'm telling you, they need to fix that. I hate that. I don't know that they will. That's not a bug. That's a feature. That's intended. But I'm not a fan. So there's no reason not to hit this, even though he doesn't have any black MP to steal, though. You can see it, it hits for 72,000. This is why we like Austin, and it's 1 MP. So, yeah. Austin, hashtag worth it. At the start here. We're going to be stomping a mud hole on tours. He going up as quickly as we can. By the way. There's 1 showdown win. I really thought we got the MLC. Must not be League 5. I don't know what league. We'll have to also start thinking about faction and that kind of stuff. Because we have... I didn't even go over, I don't think, what we've all unlocked. With the W. To be honest. And you guys are still familiar with the Showdown scoring, how it works, the notoriety and stuff. We've talked about it a little bit. But all of that should be exactly this. Oh, look at this. That's a nice. All right. Exactly the same, nothing different. Yeah. This hashtag feels good. Stomping a mud hole. And we're just going to go ahead and use that 3rd Showdown energy while we're at it, because the farther we get up in the notoriety list, the more helpful it's going to be for our daily claim for the Showdown currency, which is useful to us. Again, just to go over the scoring again, we got 46 notoriety, 50 Showdown coins for that. And this here, we hit a new rank in Showdown, so we get to claim the rewards. And it is 65 of every color training points, which is actually massive for us. So yeah, let's get that 3rd one in here. Again, all 2 stars. We're going to take those. The 5 stars would trounce us. We have to, like, horribly. Like, horribly trounce us. So yeah. This makes life so much easier, though. With Austin. Yay. I'm very excited about this. So, we got our Showdown in. We're going to claim that milestone, and we'll definitely call that episode 10. Is in the books. Wanted to make sure I got logged in before reset, grabbed some stuff, checked out the situation, and all of that stuff. We might also start looking if we need to grab TP from the Showdown store. Because there's good quantities for good prices. This is 50% off, 100 for 89. I'm actually going to go ahead and snag that. Eventually, we'll be buying these all the time, and we'll go for these promoters as well. But first is this stuff. And I kind of just want to wait and grab them, but we could also go the shard route and try and fuse them, but we have to buy this 10 times to get to 2,000. It'll take a while, which is fine. But for now, I feel like at 50% off, I'm going to take those, so the training points. So yeah, that's episode 10. We are now masters of the 619. We have Austin on our roster, and we'll be stomping mud holes, so I think really good progression on this one. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, and share for more content like this. And leave me a comment for sure about what you're thinking, if you're liking this, what you want to see. You do have the opportunity to help shape the content. So there's that. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. All right. We got Austin, guys. Yeah, things are starting to get real.